Happy Saturday, everybody. Welcome to the broadcast. My name is Red Baron. Thank you for joining me here on this mid-afternoon. We're going to go ahead and take a look at dog money today. We're going to take a look at Shiba Inu and Doge. Those two are kind of they've had a sordid history on our website or within our group, and we still have a few diehard fans. I personally have stepped away from the game. I've lost my religion and stuff, so and I'll go over the points as to why. I must tell you though that if you are a recent follower, you kind of have to know I have a habit of ribbing people once in a while. So please don't take anything I say as an indictment against you or something like that. It's just that I kind of like to have a good time and just kind of like to poke people once in a while. So if you're a diehard Shiba fan, yeah, I'm probably going to hurt your feelings, but that's okay. You'll get over it, walk it off, be a big boy, big girl, and hang out with the group and stuff like that. You'll come to like my sense of humor, which is quite a bit different than some people. But I will shoot you straight. I'll tell you if things are not good, I'm going to tell you if things are not good. But if I'm a fan, I'm a fan. That's kind of what you need. Is you need to have good advice here on YouTube because there's just too many skateboard kids and people wearing their hat backwards and everything else, handing out financial advice, and it's ridiculous. I'm a 30-year investor. 35-year investor in a multitude of different disciplines: real estate, stocks, bonds, all kinds of stuff like that. And so I'm here to help you guys change your life financially. And so you guys that are new on the live stream, we'll get to know each other over time. But hang out with me and learn a little bit. That's what I'm here for. So I'm here to hand out that advice to be able to show people how to change their lives. And the bigger we get, the more people come into the group. It's just kind of a fun thing to watch the growth that we've had in the last couple of months. So without any more ado, here, let's go ahead and take a look. And we're going to be using the AI-powered automated intelligence charts from FibbyCharts.com. And of course, obviously, that real quickly. If you'd like to join our group, if you if you just joined the YouTube but you haven't joined our chat, please do that at the unfairadvantage.chat. For the time being, we are letting people in for free. And we do have higher levels if you like to subscribe to Gold VIP charts or Platinum Pro or, of course, Diamond, which is our ultimate level. You get higher levels of chat with more precise calls, with more chat, with more daily activity and stuff like that. But there is quite a bit of stuff, quite a few gems being handed out for free within the free, well, we kind of call it the front porch. It's well worth being in. So please join us at the unfairadvantage.chat. So let's go ahead and get started. Take a look at some dog money here today. All right, let's start with Doge, kind of the leader in the dog meme coin thing. And so it had its day. I want to make a clear distinction before I get started here. I want to make a clear distinction between these two. There really is no complete similarity between these two. This one has definitely gone mainstream. This one's making illusions that it's gone mainstream. Doge is, I don't know what the ranking rating is on it. I have to look it up, but it's way up there. And, it's been aided by Elon Musk, who personally I have a number of problems with. I mean, the guy plays with this thing, both of these things, so much that he's screwing with people's financial lives, and I just don't think it's cool that if he's backing it, he should be backing it. He shouldn't be treating it like a hobby, or he shouldn't be treating it like a joke, because it's not a joke to people that are investing their McDonald's money paychecks or their good paychecks or whatever. And so he's definitely screwed up. We've talked with some of our, we do have a team of psychics that we work with. We have a team of remote viewers that we work with and stuff like that. We've looked at the influence that Elon Musk has had on this, and it has not been good, folks. He has screwed up timelines. He has screwed up, things that should have happened are not any longer going to happen. So it really basically the big blast off that was supposed to happen for both of these coins, it's just not there, guys. So we'll get into Shiba a little bit more, but as far as Doge goes, it's just pretty much no different than any other coin that's out there. It's basically going up when they all go up, going down when they all go down. There is no similarity between the two. Now, going back to, this is a one-day chart, by the way, so pardon all the spaghetti that I got going on here. We'll zoom in on this just a little bit. Each one of these candles represents a one-day movement of the coin. So going back, clear back here into August, ending in November, we were setting up a M formation. Now, an M formation is, a standard M formation is what we could call a double top. I call it an M formation. basically you can kind of see it right here, what we've got going on. And so the way these things generally play out is they go from pit to point right here, this distance, and you can generally take that and you can generally move it right to the bottom of that. And look at that, right to my prediction, and we spanked it exactly. This is how our AI system works. I want to show you the accuracy of our AI system. We talked about this in the last quick look. So this prediction was talked about here. Look at that, right to the line. So if you guys haven't liked and subscribed to our charts and stuff, I highly recommend you do, because these are not surprises to us. When this stuff happens, it happens exactly to the line. There's no denying it. Now, where are we going from here? I think you can clearly see this is what we call a 50% move. This whole line is what is a TA move. This is the technical analysis tells us that we should drop that far. The price is about 0.069, just shy of 0.07. We're revving up for another drop here, and we'll easily be down in this area here, probably 8, 8.5, 9, right in that range, pretty soon. But make no mistake about it, we're gonna slowly end up going on down here into this area. So if you are a Doge fan, and we'll pair that off and talk a little bit about other options before. I'm going to make this a slightly longer video because we're talking about a couple coins, and I don't want to operate within a blind investment, meaning I don't want to get one-itis or two-itis looking at Dogecoin, just foregoing all the other options, the multitude of options that are out there in crypto land, because there are quite a few more powerful, faster turn, better backed, more use case coins than either one of these jokers. T-Fuel for one. We'll talk about T-Fuel here in a couple of seconds. I'll kind of get on a rant about that. But I will tell you that if you are in Doge and you're like hoping that that one's going to take you across the finish line, I can show you several different coins within our subscription level, all subscription levels of VIP. They can take you there with more surety, quicker, and your head hits the pillow at night. You can sleep a lot better going, oh God, I hope my portfolio is still going to be there when I wake up in the morning. So Doge has its days, but ain't going to be one of them today. It's going to be this week or this month. So we're looking to come down here. So honestly, I'll tell you, just in the short here, just to kind of keep this tight and sweet, we're looking at probably coming down in this area. If you are going to be a buyer, I wouldn't even touch it until we get at, in, on, or below that green line right there. Basically, you're looking at pretty much to the bottom of that, 0.06 and a quarter cents. Anything in this would be a considerably decent buy. I have my doubts whether we're going to get there, but the TA would suggest that we could possibly do that. Coming from here to here, we're looking at a 52% drop. From here to the bottom, we're looking at a 56% drop. Now, if you remember yesterday, I alluded to the fact that, the quote-unquote experts are saying, oh, we've got a 70% drop coming. Percentages are a little hard to dial in sometimes, but what I will tell you is this. I do expect a pretty hellacious drop. I've repeated this till I'm blue in the face on this channel. We have not had an event, and I'm air quoting this. We have not had an event, and I have to watch it so I don't abuse the YouTube doesn't flag this video for using certain terms. But that thing that happened on 9/11, one of those things. We haven't had any of those things happen, and it just would seem to me that we're primed for one. You all get that feeling. It just feels like something's coming pretty soon, but you just don't know when. It's that impending sense of doom that I think we all have. War, rumors of war, whatever, the thing with Russia, whatever. Something is going to spook these markets and just start an ungodly waterfall. And if it does, basically that's what's going to happen, is it's going to send everything down 50, 60, 70%. Some of these shittier shit coins are going to go 70, 75, 80%. So the smaller coins are going to take a far harder and deeper beating than something that's more mainstream like an Ethereum, like a Bitcoin, Litecoin, that sort of thing. So where does Doge fall? Doge falls to the upper end of that. I would dare say that it's probably a big enough coin it probably wouldn't take a massive beating, but but I would put it definitely within the bottom part of this box in a worst case panic scenario, going all the way down to probably anywhere, let's just call it about 4 cents, about just 4 cents, 4.25 cents. But we can't plan for that. So what we do is we play the plays, we play the cards that are dealt us. And so currently using TA, we're looking at this and we're saying, all right, where would this go in a normal market move? And we are in a descending move. Let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick. We can see that we are in a descending channel right now, so we're going to stay within that, and we're just going to go ahead and do business, and eventually we're going to take off and we're going to come down there. All right, so that's pretty much all I got to say on Doge for right now, but we're going to talk a little bit more about Shiba. I've got a lot more to say about Shiba. So let's look at this. As I'll put a price marker in here for you guys. I know a lot of you guys operate off of cell phones, so you can see this. So it's about 0.07 to about 0.06 and 0.064, right in that range. All right. All right, so Shiba's in a completely different animal. Where do I even start with this thing? These are moon markers, by the way, in case you're wondering what that is. We don't. We have a few people that like to track these things by moon, so we put that in there for those folks. All right, so again, we're looking at a one-day chart on Shiba Inu. And I've been very blunt about where I see this going. And I've just told them, we're going to the moon, we're going to a penny. Let me just tell you right now and just quash that. We are not going to a penny. If any of you guys who are holding this thing have any hope whatsoever, allow me please to smash your hopes, because a penny is not possible. Mathematic. Let's be realistic. I mean, if you're taking your cues from people who wear their hat backwards, that are under 20 years old, never lived outside of mom's house, and these people are giving you financial advice, you need to check your investment strategies. I cannot put that any more blunt than that. And to that point, if you really get on and you do a quick walk, a quick survey of YouTube, of all the people that are backing Shiba Inu these days, none of them have any credibility. Anybody, basically what it is it's a group of people that are in this thing. They're locked and loaded. They're holding it, and they've got themselves a big bag of Shiba and a big bag of hope. And they're looking at the guy to the left and the right and go, we're going to be millionaires, right? Yeah, right. And none of them have any reason for believing that. It's an echo chamber. It's a bubble. These people are reinforcing their own beliefs. But within that group, there's nobody that has any credibility. There's nobody applying any mathematical logic, a reason, or investment strategy to this. It's just hope. And you're trapped in a bubble that's basically going to pop, and it's going to take you down. And like I said, this is how the story ends right here. I can't be any more blunt. At the end of this move, you can very clearly see where we're going. Let me go ahead and get a thicker marker here. If I can find one. There we go. All right. You can very clearly see we're operating within this channel. It's only a matter of time before we get down here. Now, this comment was made over a month ago when we were clear up here. So, and I've been right so far, and I'm going to continue to be right. So, is that the end of it? No, I'm sorry to tell you, it's not. It's going to go a lot lower. So let me zoom in here just a little bit. If we were to use standard TA, let me strip all this off here so I can kind of give you basically a look at this. So if we were to use standard TA, we are sitting at a very dangerous level here, folks. I'd like to be able to write on this, but if I do, all that other stuff will pop back up. So just kind of squint your eyes and follow with me here. We are sitting on a ledge here right now that if we break below this AI line, these are our AI automated intelligence lines that are done by ISIS, which is our AI bot. These are not Fibonacci lines. If we get past this line here again, which we will, you can see over here on the other side, there is no support or resistance holding us. We are going to slam our butts down all the way down to 0.000000959. That's 5 zeros for those of you who are counting. I know a lot of you guys have hopes and wishes to be able to lose a zero. Guess what? We're going to go the opposite direction. Now, I can go even further in my prediction if you'd like me to. So what I see here is I see that we had some elevation. Now this, it's been a while. I can't recall what caused this here. If I remember correct, oh yes, I do. So I have to tell a little bit of a story here and make this a little bit longer video. I had predicted, I had actually predicted this pump. We had a birthday party down in Georgia for me. And I told everybody when things were starting to go, I said, you watch. I'll be on the road to Atlanta, and this thing's just going to go nuts. And lo and behold, I was halfway to Atlanta, and that's exactly when this happened. So I did call this pump. There was no logic for it. There was no reason. It's just the charts was putting things out, and it was making sense at the time. Now, that's because Musk was all in it and all about it, and just, it was just hype. But I could still see through the hype. I could still see, and look how accurate it is. Went right up, straight up to the line, and rejected off the line. And it came down. It's been bouncing off lines ever since. So, what are we doing here with this? So I'll tell you honestly where this could shape up is it could shape up into what we call a three-wave, which is basically three-wave or just a very large triangle formation. And what happens with triangle formation is even worse. What happens with triangle formation, generally speaking, with the flat side of the triangle formation, is we generally break out to the downside and go down. So this is not necessarily how I should say this is how this chapter ends. The entire story ends with Shiba going far, far lower than it is right now. Well, what about Robinhood? What about Robinhood? So back during this pump that we had in October that we were just talking about, there was right here is where Robinhood should have opened the floodgates and should have listed. Now, we did some looking with remote viewers, and some of our 21 team did a look at this and stuff, and there's a lot of infighting at Robinhood. Now, I want to categorically tell you that Robinhood is not your savior. It's not. It's just not your savior. They don't have enough pull in the market that if they were to come in and list this right now, I've seen this endlessly all over Twitter, all over YouTube, all over everywhere else. If they were to list this, what do you think the net effect would be? Do you think that it would take you to a penny? Do you think that it would take you to 2 zeros and a 1? I doubt it. I doubt it because their market share within the Shiba ecosphere is not that great. Case in point, there has been some other exchanges since the rumors that Shiba was going to list. They have listed to no avail. Didn't even move the needle. Several, and I don't have a list here, but I recall 3 or 4 different exchanges coming to the table and listing Shiba. And then you hear all these other things like AMC movie theater is going to start taking Shiba. So. And to that, I have lots to say, guys. This is my experience pouring out. So if you like it, please thumbs up and really listen to what I have to say here. So when I hear things like I kind of get on these little rants, I have to kind of dump my thoughts here. So hang with me. When I hear something about Shiba Inu being accepted at AMC theater, that whole AMC manipulation debacle is what it is. We'll leave that out of the conversation. But what that is trend chasing. Let me explain what I mean by that. If I can give you a good analogy. So we have a small market of people that are just uber Shiba fans. AMC is looking for. AMC is a movie theater in America. If you guys, you worldwide listeners that don't know what AMC is, American movie cinemas or something like that. If you find somebody who's a big fan of a certain thing and you figure out how to cross market with it, you can draw that crowd of fans over to your cause. And so it's not that AMC thinks that Shiba is the new money or anything like that. They don't give a rip. Because what they're doing is they're finding a passionate group of people looking for people to share their passion. And so it's kind of like when Coca-Cola comes in and sticks their nose in the middle of something, or Pepsi, sponsors something like, just pick it. I mean, why would Coke and Pepsi sponsor half the things they sponsor? It's because they're trying to draw those crowds into their product. And it's the same thing. AMC is saying, well, we got a whole bunch of diehard Shiba fans. Why don't we take their Shiba? But rest assured, kids, the minute they get that Shiba, they're turning it to greenbacks. Don't kid yourself. They're not hoarding up Shiba because they want, they dig it or they think it's going to be a good thing. So let's call a spade here. Shiba is not going to pan out. It's just not. Mathematically, it's not going to get a penny. And so the last and final thought I'll give you on this, and I'll give you a short-term prediction. We can still make some money. Don't get me wrong on this, but I mean, if you guys are holding this, looking to be newly minted multimillionaires, I want to tell you this is a bad strategy. So for a short end play, basically, if you guys like to short, and we don't do shorting on the unfairadvantage.chat or at Fibby charts. We don't believe in it because there's just a lot of people that don't understand how to do it. But I would be quite confident in giving you that number still, which was given about a month ago, as being the next leg down, and there's a green line right here. Actually, should be a red line. That's about the next one down. Excuse me, about the next one down, and we're going to stay within this channel. So if there's going to be a breakout, I'll call it. So you guys definitely want to be over there on the chat, subscribe to VIP, and we have a special room for dog money. All the dog coins have a special room in VIP. If you subscribe to gold level charts and up, you can do that at fibbycharts.com, and basically we cover that. And if you'd like to, actually, if you go to fibbycharts.com, if you'd like to just track the dog money, we do have a dog coin only option. So you just go to fibbycharts.com, go to subscribe, you'll find the Doge package for about $29.95 if I remember correctly, and you can jump into it and kind of test and see. And I do update. You'll actually see these charts and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and zero in real quick on 15-minute and see if I can find you something that maybe we can salvage this. These lines here are part of our system called ISIS, which helps us kind of track these things and dial in our TA. This is what we call the unfair advantage grid. All right, so currently we are looking at a very small move up. So what I would say is we're probably basically in a channel running like that right there. Nothing dramatic, nothing you can really make huge money on. But if the trend continues, then we might pop up a little bit. But the overall day on day does not look very exciting. You're looking at about a 4 to 4.75% bump possible from where we're at right now. The markets are starting to turn, so that's about as good as it's going to get for right now. Would I jump in on this? No, I would not. So let me kind of sidestep this a little bit, since I did mention I could find you something better. Let's talk about T-Fuel. I know that wasn't in the marquee card, but I guess don't want to leave you guys hanging. So this is Platinum Pro that we're looking at here. This is our pro level trading platform. So T-Fuel operates in a little bit more expensive. It's more in the Doge price category. It sells for about the same amount, but the point I want to make with this is it has use case. I'll give you a good example, a very good example actually. So here we are in a descending market or a descending channel, and I told everybody, here was a call that we did, this arrow right here, and it came down, hit that exact thing, pinged back up, and went up, I believe, about 21%. Now we are breaking out. Now, we are currently, right now, as this broadcast is running, we are breaking up and we are heading towards this 200 EMA line. Now, it would not surprise me in the least little bit to see T-Fuel run up 23%. So right there is play of the day, guys. Stay away from the dog money, kids. Stay away from it. It's going to wreck you. Right here is money. If you want to get in on something that's probably going to make anywhere from 15 to 20, 25%, T-Fuel's about to do it. So there's your tip of the day. Thanks for joining me, guys. We'll talk to you tomorrow.